Alright, here are my Premier League Game Week 5 predictions, starting off with the early half-12 Saturday kick-off, the Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton. I'm not gonna lie, right, I can see this being a draw 1-1 because people forget Liverpool have been really lucky. Even midweek in the UCL, they got lucky against Atletico Madrid. They got like a 87th minute winner. Um, so Liverpool have been lucky, and last game against Burnley got a penalty in the last minute. Absolutely lucky. Yeah, they've just been getting lucky, Liverpool. But Everton. I mean, Everton do tend to give Liverpool a great game. I mean, last time when they played at Goodison Park, it was a draw 2-2. I think it's going to be another draw at Anfield. This time, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Hopefully, Everton stops Liverpool's winning streak and halt them to a point. Next game, Brighton versus Spurs. Brighton been doing alright. Spurs, they're just won in the UCL against Villarreal, just a tight 1-0 win. I think they'll beat Brighton though. I do think they'll beat Brighton, but I do think Brighton's front three will cause problems against Spurs, but I don't think they'll score that many. I think they'll only get the one. But Tottenham will win by 2 goals, and they beat West Ham in the last game. It was 3-0, a good 3-0 victory for them. Next game, Burnley versus Forest. Burnley played exceptionally well against Liverpool. You've got to feel for Burnley because they played well against the champions Liverpool. It was just that stupid mistake that they made to make them lose the game. And then before that, they played well against United. It was just an own goal and a pen that lost them the game. But yeah, I think they'll lose against Forest. I mean, Forest are coming back from a loss against Arsenal. They've got a new manager, and Postecoglou, former Spurs manager. I think he'll get the first. I think they'll get the first win with him, and yeah, I think they'll win 2-1. Next game, West Ham versus Palace. West Ham haven't been doing too good. I mean, I know they did win against Forest before international break, which I did not expect at all. But Palace, they've been doing great. They're exceptionally well. They're on fire, and I think they're going to absolutely batter West Ham 3-0. Next game, Wolves versus Leeds. Wolves lost to Newcastle in a tight game, 1-0. Yet to win a game this season. Leeds haven't just only won one game this season, which was the first game of the season for them against Everton. I just see this one being a draw. I mean, Leeds, they were unlucky against Fulham. Could have been a 0-0 draw, but Fulham just won 1-0. But I think this one, it'll be a draw. Next game, half-5 kick-off, Man United versus Chelsea. The Rags have just come back of a loss against us, battered them 3-0 in the Manchester derby. Chelsea having just lost to Bayern Munich in the UCL and having drawn to Brentford 2-2. I expected better from Chelsea, to be honest. But I think in this game, it's going to be a draw. I mean, both are not really on form. Well, especially United, they're terribly shit. They are not on form at all. And I think, they've only won one game this season, which has actually been against Burnley, that 3-2 win. But I'm going to go for a draw on this one. I just feel like this has got a draw written all over it. I do see a Chelsea win. I do see maybe a Chelsea 1-0 win. But I don't know, I feel like they're going to concede. I don't think either team, but whoever wins, I don't think anyone's going to score more than one goal. It's not going to be a huge goal fest. I think whoever wins, it'll just be a tight victory, a 1-0, or just a draw, a 0-0, 1-1. Yeah, that's how I see it happening. And yeah, but hopefully Chelsea get it done. Hopefully Chelsea win to embarrass these rags more. And then next game, another derby, West London derby, 8 o'clock off on Saturday. Fulham versus Brentford. I got Fulham win this one. Yeah, they did get lucky against Leeds. Scored in like the last minute. Brentford got a lucky 2-2 draw against Chelsea. Then again, they score like in the 85th, 86th minute to get them a point against Chelsea. But yeah, I think they're going to lose this one against Fulham. Then moving on to Sunday, Bournemouth are going to play Newcastle. Newcastle have just lost to Barca in the UCL, but I'm not going to lie, Newcastle did play well in the first half, especially just didn't take the chances. But yeah, Newcastle have been playing well, and they're just in on last weekend they just got a tight victory against Wolves, 1-0 win. But I think they're going to lose against Bournemouth. I have a feeling of it. I think they're going to lose 2-0 against Bournemouth. Next game, Sunday 2 p.m. kickoff, Sunderland versus Aston Villa. I'm not going to lie, I actually think Sunderland can win this. Aston Villa are yet to win a game this season. They've been absolutely shit this season, which I did not expect them to be. But yeah, I can see Sunderland win this game, I don't know why. I have a feeling, I've got a gut feeling that Sunderland are just going to win this game. I'm not going to lie, Sunderland have surprised me this season. I had them being bottom. You know what, right? I don't think they're going to finish bottom. They could actually stay up, I won't be surprised if they do. If they just stay up, I won't be surprised. Because Sunderland have been playing actually quite decent, I gotta admit. But yeah, I think they'll win this one against Villa 2-1. And last but not least, Arsenal versus City. Super Sunday. Biggest game this weekend. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. If this was at the Etihad, I would have said we win 2-1. But I was have a feeling like this is going to be a draw 2-2. I mean, last season at the Etihad, it was a 2-2 draw. And then when we went to them at the Emirates in February, we got absolutely slapped up 5-1. But that's not going to happen again. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I mean, look, I want to say we're on form. I mean, we won against Napoli in the UCL. Donnarumma, two clean sheets out of two. They're playing really well. And the derby as well, we're absolutely battered United. So our confidence is going to be sky high, skyrocket. I mean, Arsenal, they just won in the UCL as well against Bilbao 2-0 away from home. And then before that, last weekend, they won against Forest 3-0. Great win for them it was. So their confidence will be up there as well, but ours is going to be skyrocket high. Skyrocket high. But to be honest though, I mean, Arsenal, they've got more rest than us. I'm not using that as an excuse, but yeah, us playing on the Thursday night and them playing on the Tuesday night, maybe if they played on the Thursday night as well, it would have been more fair when even if they played on a Wednesday night. But yeah, I can't use that as an excuse. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, I just have a feeling like this game is going to be absolute thriller. It's going to be an absolute thriller of a game, and I think it's going to be a really entertaining game to watch, and I think it's going to be a point apiece. So yeah, here are my Premier League Game Week 5 predictions. What do you guys think? Comment down below.